the number one question that I get asked from homeowners about air duct cleaning is, do I really need to get my air ducts cleaned? Let me respond by sharing the top 10 nastiest things that we have found in air ducts. Clumps of hair, not the current homeowners. We had one recent case where it literally looked like someone cut off all of their hair and swept it down the vent. Just left it there. A Diet Coke can. Fun fact, even new construction homes need their air ducts cleaned. Construction workers that are too lazy to walk to the dumpster will often shove whatever trash they have on site in the ductwork. Three is pet hairballs. If you own a pet, this is probably not a surprise to you. At my house, we're cleaning up pet hair every other day. Pet hair will kind of stick to the side of the duct and be stuck there for years and years and years. It is problematic for people with allergies. This is definitely a reason why I always recommend, especially new homeowners, in the closing process. Homeowners are usually great about getting a deep cleaning on the house and making sure it's very clean for you to move in, but air ducts are often neglected in that process. So no matter what, I do recommend new homeowners clean their air ducts. Dead and alive cockroaches. This is nasty. I can't. This is very common in apartment complexes and condos where their units are connected. They all share the same ductwork throughout the building, and this is how cockroaches will travel from apartment to apartment. I highly recommend for apartment complexes and condos to get their ducts cleaned regularly and follow up with pest control treatment. We've had a couple of cases where stray cats taken over a crawl space. We literally saw pools of urine in one air duct in particular, and it's disgusting. The strongest odors to get out of anything. If that's the case, I usually recommend replacing the ductwork that was damaged, obviously, and cleaning the full system, sanitizing the full system. Smoke is a very sticky substance. It can stick to any surface and stick there for pretty much ever. We have had countless realtors contact us just pulling their hair out, trying to figure out where the smoke smell is coming from. They literally changed out the flooring, changed out the carpets, painted the whole house, cleaned every surface they could, and they could not get rid of the smoke smell. And the reason why, it's stuck in the ductwork. Ductwork had to get cleaned and sanitized to get that smell out of there. Highly recommend, especially if you've moved into a house that had a smoker previously, or if you've quit the habit, that lingering smell could maybe make you have the urge to smoke again. So it's not common for rats and mice to make their house in the ductwork, just because that constant agitation of the unit turning on and off would likely disturb them and scare them. But they are definitely known to travel through ductwork, and anywhere that they travel, they leave their little brown nuggets of fun behind. So it will just sit there on the bottom of the vent, and your air that you breathe every day will pass over it. This is not good. It's definitely problematic for your health. If you've ever had a problem with a rat or a mouse, you definitely want to make sure that you do get the ducts checked out and there's no feces lingering around in there. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in and day out. Number 3, mold and mildew. This is probably the most harmful contaminant that is on the list. Definitely dangerous for your household. I encourage all homeowners to inspect their vents regularly. Look for signs of mold. These are usually going to be dark black or dark colored spots that are around the vents. It can be harmful to your health if it's left unchecked, and mold grows like wildfire. So you want to catch it and catch it early. Number 2, snake skin. Yep, from a big snake. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it was disgusting. Any professional will tell you that works in crawl spaces, we're always vigilant when in a crawl space. You do expect sometimes to see a snake maybe in the corner, curled up and chilling in there. It's kind of an ideal climate and habitat for them, dark, damp, undisturbed. But to actually find it in the ductwork is a whole nother ball of worms. That's just creepy. Most disgusting thing that we have found in air ducts is a dead squirrel. Homeowner called us because they smelled something stinking and they couldn't find where it was. They were freaking out. They thought maybe it was in their walls, and every time they turned on their unit they could smell it. So they logically deduced it was coming from the ductwork. We checked it out and found a dead squirrel. We removed him, got it cleaned and sanitized, gave him a proper burial. In dryer vents, when we do dryer vent cleaning, we often find birds' nests and maybe sometimes like dead birds. But a squirrel is kind of big to get into your ductwork. There might have been a hole somewhere that he discovered. We got it cleaned, got it patched up, and got them taken care of. All that, if you're still wondering if you should get your air ducts cleaned, I don't know what to tell you. Yes. How often do you need your air ducts cleaned? We at Dr. Detail Pro recommend every 2 to 5 years. This just depends on how many people are in the house, how actively it's being used, how many animals are in the house. Again, if you have allergies, we definitely recommend getting it cleaned at least once a year. So can you DIY air duct cleaning? Yes. You can literally DIY any cleaning. Do you want to DIY air duct cleaning? Likely you don't. Air duct cleaning requires specialized equipment. You want to make sure that you're cleaning the ducts effectively but not damaging the gentle ductwork. Most homeowners don't want to find what is lurking in their ductwork. You might sleep better if you don't know that. If you're interested in learning more of our home maintenance tips and tricks, please subscribe to our channel. Also, I am curious to know, if you've ever bought a house, what is the nastiest thing that you found left behind from the previous homeowner?